Hello YouTube, and welcome back to Brewing with Magic. Well, we haven't actually featured a mono red or red deck wins deck on the channel, so I thought what a good time. We did just have a ladder reset. I think you saw me yesterday playing Rogues. Nice, fun, fast deck to try to climb the ranks as fast as possible. And this is another deck that can do the same thing to try to get you into Mythic as soon as possible. Now, I do want to warn you that if you are in Platinum, maybe this isn't the best deck. I think it's better for before and after Platinum. But in Platinum, you have a lot of beginner players, you have people who are pros and grinders, and you have people who are just in the middle. And this is the time of the season when they're all going to be in platinum almost at the exact same time. So there's a whole lot of variety of decks out there, and some decks just aren't good for mono red to be going against. And then also, you got a lot of people that have mono red on their radar, so they might just shut you down. So be wary in platinum. I'm not saying not to use it in platinum, but up until then and after through diamond, I think this is suited better for then. So how did I get this deck? Well, mono red is pretty much, set in stone at this point for the meta, for the cards that we have out. There are a couple of small variations you can do to the deck, but this is the one I chose. This is a best of 3 deck. Nowhere particular, just grab one. It doesn't matter, and it's super simple to make into a best of 1 deck. First, let's get rid of all these pesky best of 3 cards. Normally, I would think about maybe adding those into the deck and taking something out, but with red deck wins, you just don't need to. We're going to take out 1 Torbrand. We're going to take out 1 Phoenix of the Ash. We're going to add 1 more Embercleave and 1 more Robber of the Rich. And we have ourselves a best of 1 red deck wins. So let's talk about the deck and get into some gameplay. So now that we've got the deck the way we want it for best of 1, we end up with something that looks like this. So I've gone ahead and organized it in a manner that makes it a little bit easier for us to talk about. So what do we got going on with the deck? If you haven't ever played it, or you just don't know exactly what your opponent's doing yet because you're newer to the game, let's just discuss it real quick. So we've got our removal package, which is 4 Frostbites and 4 Bone Crusher Giants, at least the stomp side of Bone Crusher Giant. So that'll help clear the way for us to get in and just kill our opponent as soon as possible, because that is the goal with this deck. If they, stabilize the board, you're most likely going to lose. We have to get to their face as fast as we can and win the game ASAP. Now, Bone Crusher Giant is also a creature that could be in this pile for us, but I'm going to keep it over here in the removal for now just to make things easier. So next we have our quick and fast creature section. So these are our early game drops that we want to make sure are in our hand. Otherwise, we probably need to mulligan so that we can attack our opponent as fast as possible and close out the game, which is 4 Fervent Champions, 4 Fireblade Chargers, 4 Rimrock Knights, which also gets pumped up by the Fervent Champion, which is really nice, and also pumps our creatures, and 4 Robber of the Rich, which is just a great 2/2 haste creature that can give you a lot of unexpected, benefits or unexpected advantages based on what you grab with that card from your opponent. It can be fun and frustrating for your opponent at times. The next section we have is our card advantage, or our value section of the deck, if you will. We get a lot of value out of our 4 Annex Harden. We get a lot of value out of our 4 Annex Harden in the Forges, because when it hits the board, unless they counter it, but when it hits the board, we're getting at least 1 token back if they kill it, if not 2. If they exile it, of course, we're not getting anything. But from there, we can just protect everything on the board, pseudo protected. If they kill it, we get a token back, and we just keep our game plan of just rushing in as much as we can and trying to close out the game. Also, Annex can really finish out a game if they leave it unanswered, and the very next turn you can attack and Embercleave. Annex gets out of control super fast. Then we have 2 copies of Phoenix of Ash, and this is a value card for us because of the fact that if they get rid of it other than exiling it, it just keeps coming back over and over. And then we get a lot of value out of Torbrand, Thane of the Redfell, because as soon as we slam it on the board, at least in a perfect world, we have at least 1, if not 2 other creatures, and we get a whole bunch of value the second we throw this onto the board. So that is a great thing. It doesn't take a turn, so it doesn't have haste, but that's okay. It should be doing something the turn you throw it down. And in a lot of cases, this is a game-winning card for us when we throw it down, or very soon thereafter. Then, of course, we have 4 Embercleaves, because why not? It's one of the best cards in the game. This and Great Henge are probably the 2 best standard cards in the game at the moment. So let's get that Embercleave in the deck, all 4 copies, so that we can make sure we draw it and close out games super fast. Then we have 20 snow-covered mountains, because we have Frostbite, and then we also have 4 Faceless Havens that we can fire up with any snow lands. And keep in mind, once more, Fervent Champion's trigger does work on a Faceless Haven, because it is all creature types, including a knight. So that's the deck. If you like this video or any videos in the past, please subscribe. We're almost to 100 subscribers, and it's so exciting. And when we get there, as appreciation, we are giving away 3,400 gems for free to one of our subscribers at random. So please smash that subscribe button if you haven't already. Like the video, share it with your friends, leave a comment down below, and without further ado, let's get into the gameplay. Okay, we have Leonard. Okay, we have 4 mountains, a champion, a Fireblade Charger, Robber the Rich. We go first. I'm going to keep it. If we draw more lands, we're going to flood out. It's going to feel bad. I'm going to start with the Charger, so that turn 2 we have the Fervent Champion and the Fireblade Charger going in. Or maybe not. Maybe I'm going to go with the Robber the Rich, actually. There's an Embercleave. Yeah, let's go with the Robber the Rich. Swing in with both, steal ourselves a card. It was a land. Our opponent threw the Triumph, turn 1, red, white, black. Mardu, I believe. Crocs is the choice. I think we're definitely going to ditch a land. Okay, we get a Rimrock Knight, throw a land, Fervent Champion. We're going to swing with everything. I want to pump one of these with this, but we're playing around another discard spell, so we're just gonna go ahead and go ahead and do that. Dropping stuff, and then we'll throw this. Oh wait, we already threw our land for the turn. So I apologize. Yep, no, end the turn. They're at 13. We're at 17. They throw another swamp. Mire Triton is the play. Okay, they're gonna go ahead and mill. We've got the Embercleave coming in this turn. The Mire Triton's not gonna affect us. Ooh, and a snow-covered mountain. So let's go ahead and next all attacks. The Robber the Rich gives us an Elspeth's Nightmare. Let's see what our opponent does. Which one do you want to lose? They're going to block our Robber the Rich. We're going to go ahead and flash in that Embercleave onto the Robber the Rich. We're also going to go ahead and pump up that Robber the Rich +2 with Rimrock Knight. All kinds of damage swing in. Hit him for another 5, 6. There we go. Opponent's down to 4. We can't play this as a land. Yeah, I wish we could. Weird. Okay, Fabled Passage for their 4th land. Instantly crack it into a mountain. They got 4 land available. I don't know if they can come back from this. The Fervent Champion can equip the Embercleave for free, and that wins the game. The Flare, I can just put. There we go. Good game. This is how you do. Okay, we have Joe. Hey. Johannan. No idea. Johannan. Okay, so we have a snow-covered mountain, a Faceless Haven, 2 Fervent Champions, Fireblade Charger, Robber the Rich, Bone Crusher Giant, and 1 crazy person playing the game, which is me. We're going to keep this. It looks really good. Double Fervent Champion on our 2nd turn isn't bad. Orzhov, are they going to be white life gain, or are they going to be auras, or are they going to be, who knows, we'll see. Angels. Let's see what Johan has. Throw another planes. Speaker. I don't know. I don't think that we need to worry about the Speaker this turn, because if next turn unless they throw a pup down, and then we could kill the pup instead. Yeah, I just think it's best this turn to throw the other Fervent Champion. Throw the Fireblade Charger and jam in. Next turn we can go Robber the Rich, Faceless Haven, or we can go Bone Crusher. So they go down to 15. What we don't want to see is Maul the Skyclaves on the Speaker of the Heavens. Then I played horribly. There's another Speaker of the Heavens, so we didn't get punished there. They pass a turn with 2 wide open. Faceless Haven. I mean, I think we have to throw the Annex here. When in doubt, throw the Annex out. We're going to attack with everything. Fervent Champions are going to pump each other. They block the Fireblade Charger. I mean, how excited would we be? We get to take out their whole squad. They're down to 10. They're going to 4 land, though. Scary. What can they do at 4 land? Next turn, if we top deck a land, we go double robbers. Just keep rushing. Trying to go big and wide. Oh, what do you do? This is, I think it has lifelink. Yeah, flying lifelink protection. Yeah. So that's very bad for us. However, we do kill it with the Bone Crusher. another land is amazing for us. So we will be throwing the Robber of the Rich. We're going to hold back on the other one, and then we swing with everything. Unfortunately, it does kill the Annex, but we also kill it. If it tries to block anything else, we take it down. If they kill the Fireblade Charger, we do all kinds of stuff. What does Johehan have for us? I mean, they could think we have Embercleave here, so they're probably playing around Embercleave, as where that's not what we have. So, okay, Robber the Rich is their block. So let's go ahead and we'll get a token out of that anyways. I think that's just game over, right? Why did they... Oh, no, the life gain. So they gain the life. We're going to go ahead and stomp the Valkyrie. Get that out of here. We have a 1/1 that can't block. A Robber the Rich, Bonecrusher Giant. They have 2 speakers. I think we got them, because next turn, I don't even know if I Robber the Rich. There's... Okay, well, that's not going to be too... I think, yeah, they throw the Rampage of the Valkyries. They have no... They gain 2 health, so they're pseudo 5. So let's see. We're going to throw a mountain for sure. Now we can also throw... No, we can't. We can't also throw the Robber of the Rich, because then it won't attack with the Faceless Haven. So what do we do here? Let's do some math. Let's say we activate the Faceless. They have to block the Faceless. They'll block the Annex, and they'll block, say, the token, or one of the, maybe they'll even block this. That'll bring them down to 1, 2, 3, and they'll gain 2, but they'll lose most of their board. I think I swing with this, because then afterwards this has Vigilance, and then I can cast the Robber. Yeah, let's do it. I get tokens from whatever dies, and we just keep getting bigger and bigger. They're going to block the Faceless Haven anyways, so I think I put it on one of the Fervent Champions, but then if they block the... We're doing it. We're just doing it like that. None for the Faceless. Good game. Okay, we have meat. Blood? Ooh. You had me with meat, you lost me at blood. We go first. We have 3 snow-covered mountains. Fervent Champion, Frostbite, Annex, and Bonecrusher. It looks decent. I would like a 2-drop creature, but we're definitely not going to mulligan this hand. We don't know what Meat Bud's up to. I don't like Meat Blood. We're going Meat Bud. Just meat. What are you up to, meat? Okay. Fervent Champion's coming at you. Let's tenderize this meat. Oh, you suck them dry. That maybe didn't come out. So we drew another land, and they have a Triome. So they're going Sulti. Really disappointing that we can't really use our land properly, so we'll just end the turn, end up stomping them at the end of turn most likely, and the fact that we didn't have a turn drop there is putting us in an awkward spot. They're not showing Yorion, so that's different. Are they Ultimatum? There's Valky God of Lies, which is just going to die. They're going to take the Bonecrusher, we'll Frostbite it. Frostbite it. Give me back my Bonecrusher. So an Annex. Too much land. We're just drawing way too much land. They're going to wipe the board most likely this next turn, but I think we still are going to go with the Annex into the Fervent Champion attack past turn. Are they playing the Shadow's Verdict? Are they playing Extinction Event? Are they playing neither? Both? What do you got, meat? See if we can beat meat. Brazen Borrow bounces the Annex. We're going with a little bit of tempo play. We'll throw the Faceless Haven out just to have that. We'll recast the Annex, so they're a little nervous of us, huh? They're throwing the Fraids at us. They can throw the Brazen Borrower. This is because this has blue too, but I mean, they can't block anything. They're probably afraid of like a... Oh, there we go. Extinction Event? Why not? Why don't they have it? They should. Please don't have it. Binding. Oh, the old guy. So we're going to get a 1/1 from Annex. Oh, that's not a bad card. So we'll throw the land they know about. Next turn, if they Shadow's Verdict, we don't lose Torbrand. And we still hit them for 6 right here. And if they Shadow's Verdict, not only do we only lose those 2, not Torbrand, but we still hit them for 4 more. This is a red source, so that we get a lot of advantage out of that. I think it's better to Bone Crush, Stomp and Bone Crusher than to attack with the Faceless. If this was a little more damage, we almost could win the game. We're hitting them for 8 next turn, but save the Faceless Haven to clean things up. They put something into Foretell, which I think is going to be a counter spell. So now if we Stomp and they counterspell it, Brazen the Torbrand. Now they can't counter the Torbrand, so that doesn't really do it. That's fine for us. It's not the best thing, but now we have all, so we can throw that. They already know we have this, so let's just Stomp. That does 4 damage, and then that's game over. I think they actually... We got Tilt Maker. Uh-oh. Which one of us will leave angered? Opponent goes first. We have 2 lands, 2 Fervents, Fireblade, Robber, and an Annex. This is an absolute dream hand. If you're going second, it'd be an even dreamier hand if we were going first. Let's hope we're not... Hopefully they go tap land first. We can just start rushing at them. Nope, they go green, but still it's green path. Another land isn't bad in this situation. Throw the Robber, swing. Sorry, throw the Fervent Champion, swing. Next turn, do I do the Robber, or do I go Fireblade, Charger, Fervent Champion? I have a feeling it's going to be Fervent Champion, Fireblade, Charger, but it definitely depends on what our opponent does. I also want that Robber of the Rich. Maybe it's better because their hand is pretty full. Gives us more cards. Trail of Crumbs. So they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I throw the Robber, we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we won't get anything out of that. So let's empty our hand out so that we can get something with them. And we're trying to race before they get too crazy, because this Trail of Crumbs really gives them a lot of card advantage. This next turn, they don't have any mana ramp here, so this next turn, they are going to throw something fun. Nice thing is, we're going to throw a Snow-Covered Mountain, firing up the Frostbite for 3, and have the Robber of the Rich. I think that's what we're doing over Annex, unless we top tech like a Embercleave, and then I'll throw the Annex first, because it'll just get huge. Oh, black. Black land is in the mix. I was not expecting to see that. I think we have a Jund deck coming at us here. Just a friendly... Hello with the whee. Okay, Timuric Calls the Dead is the play. So I believe we're going to have to go Robber the Rich and Frostbite the token. That's another land. So let's stick with that plan. So let's go ahead and throw the Robber. Let's go ahead and Frostbite the 2/2, taking that out of our way. Let's swing in for a whole lot. 2, 4, 6, 7. Bringing our opponent down to 8. We get a Trail of Crumbs. They have a Trail of Crumbs. We get a Trail of Crumbs. Everyone gets a Trail of Crumbs. So they're going to get another 2/2. Probably get rid of their Vorinclex or Palooka. No, why they're Palooka knows. I mean, they have 2, but what did they get rid of? We got rid of a Miretrite, and I didn't even see that. Okay. So they're going to be able to... What are they going to be able to throw this turn? If they hit land, then maybe... let's see. I don't know. I like the theme of their deck, though. It's good. It's got a lot of stuff going on here. Ways to draw, ways to fight, ways to get multiple creatures out of one card. Tiltmaker's got it going on. Next turn we have the Annex, and we're going to be rushing in with everything, because anything they kill, we just replace. Wicked Wolf is going to make us sad. Kills the Robber of the Rich. Now I don't know if attacking is the best idea. Ugh. Oh. Ew. I mean, we still get tokens. Another land. So that's going to be a loss this game because of that. No attacks for one more turn. See if we can't find an Embercleave to try to seal it up. Otherwise, this game is over. Right to the top. It's not what you want to see. They won't get that till next turn. Do they have another land? Or are we sitting at 4? If they have another Wicked Wolf, we're in all kinds of trouble. Whee! They got a 5th land. Plukernos can't come out yet, but this can. I've never even seen this card played against me. You may sacrifice a creature. If you do, it does 3 damage to any target. Each player discards a card. Okay. I still get creatures out of that. In fact, I think that's actually better for me, because you were going to block that anyways, Tiltmaker. And now I get through for more. Yeah, I don't hate that. So next turn we discard a card and return a creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Put a +1/+1 counter on it, gains haste. So Vorinclex is most likely coming out with me. Oh my goodness. Where was that a second ago? Let's go ahead and throw the mountain. Good old Embercleave. Could have come out a few seconds ago. If they block a Fervent Champion, I think we still Embercleave, forcing them to sack the food. They don't gain any life. Let's see. Where are they going to go? Okay. They are going to try to do that, so we will throw the Embercleave. So, if we just let that happen, that's 8, 9, 10, or, yeah. 6, 7, 8, 9. I think we just win the game. Yeah, we don't care. That's fine. We're not throwing it over there. 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, that's just game, I believe. We'll throw it on this Fervent Champion right here. They can kill our other one. There we go. Good game. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it is that time once again to wrap it up. So the deck is super explosive. If they, in any way shut you down, you're not coming back. It's pretty much the game over. So make sure you kill them as fast as you can and just lock them out. What would we do a little different? Nothing. This is how I like to run the shell. But just in case you're not... But just in case you're newer at the game or you're just not familiar with this deck for some reason, there are a lot of other cards that you can run. So if you see a deck and they're running it different, yes, you can do that, of course. This is just how I like it. You can put in things like Akram Hellhound in replace of, say, the Fireblade Chargers. You could throw in Shocks instead of the Frostbites, take out the Snow-Covered Mountains altogether. If you do that, you probably would replace it with Castle Embereths instead of Faceless Havens. You could take out some, more land if you were going the route I just said without snow covers, and you could add Spikefield Hazards. You could replace the Bone Crusher or the Frostbites with things like Fire Prophecy or Scorching Dragonfire. And some people prefer, instead of, say, Rimrock Knight, to run some Kargan Intimidators in their deck. So those are all options that you can do with this deck in the format, in Best of One. I've tried them all. But this is the way I like the deck. It's the most consistent. The only thing I would do to the deck to change it at all is sometimes I will take out one Embercleave for a Phoenix of Ash and run it that way, but for the most part, this is how I run it 90% of the time. So thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe to the channel. Help us get to that 100 subscriber landmark so we can give away some free gems. Like the video, share it with your friends, leave us a comment down below, and as always, until next time, have a blast in the arena.